It was already a mammoth task to reach the greatness of the first Spider-Verse film. This movie, the sequel, does not only reach there, it outshines that film in every damn department. And if they can follow it up with the third one just as good as these two, we'll finally have the greatest trilogy of all time. So hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel Movie Synthesis. This is Sarfraz this side, and today we're going to talk about the second installment of the Spider-Verse series, Across the Spider-Verse. So if you have reached here and haven't subscribed to my channel yet, kindly do so, do share this video. And so here we go. So I watched the first Spider-Verse film back in 2019. I remember I missed it out in the theaters. And then it just before the Oscars, where it was a sure shot Best Animated Film winner, I got hold of this film and I watched it. And trust me, I had to take some time in between and pause the movie just to absorb how good it is. I had to drink some water, and then I had to take some time before again continuing with the movie, just to because I just couldn't believe of how good this film, how did they even make this film. So for everyone who says animation is for kids and all, you should see films like this to understand that animation is an industry far beyond what you have thought, what we have seen before. So there are mature themes, there are a lot of layers, there are the way the animation is done. Just watch this movie, just watch a lot of Pixar films, and you will know how and how much, how the possibilities are so endless when it comes to animated movies. So yeah, so after watching that movie, I watched it again with my friends next day, and I had the same reaction. Everybody around me, everybody everybody across the world termed Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse as the best comic book adaptation ever been made. They termed it as the best Spider-Man movie ever been made. They termed it as the best animated movie ever been made, and no one thought that there can be any other animated film that can push the boundaries ever again like this one. But here we go, we have the second installment, which excels again. As I said, it excels it in every department. It takes it even higher. I don't think I have got so high and so trippy after watching a movie as in a long time. This I have the trip that I have got after watching this movie. I don't think I can ever get out of this trip till I think the third one comes, where before that I think I'm going to be in this trip for the whole year. The third one comes in the Beyond the Spider-Verse. It comes in March 2024. Third one, because the movie ends on a cliffhanger. It's a huge cliffhanger. It's a shocking twist. The whole movie, you will be I was spellbounded by the whole movie, and in the last 10 minutes I was in so much anxiety. I'm still in shock, how the ending, how it ended, how the film ended. It gave me lot of anxiety in the last 10 minutes, and I am very curious now to see how it transpires in the next film. So Across the Spider-Verse takes place after the events of the first film. Miles in this film, after getting control of his Spider-Man persona, is now facing a lot of problems at home and at school. The multiverse opens up again due to some anomaly that happened in the first film, and this time he learned something about his character that can completely change his whole life. He also comes to know about an elite Spider-Man society which he wants to be a part of. So he has to make some really tough choices, and things there are some things that every Spider-Man has to go through. What will he do? Is he ready to go through that? Will he do something different? Forms the base. This is what forms the base of this film, and it will conclude in the next chapter. Every character in this film has been etched out with so much detailing, which was expected, because that has been done in the first movie also. There is a lot of character development for all the characters out here, especially Gwen. The film is very high on soul, very high on emotions. The emotions between the parents and the relation with their kids, with Miles, with Gwen, the relation between Gwen and Miles. It has been an engaging film from start to finish, along with it being a visual masterpiece. the film, like I keep on saying masterpiece because the film is actually a masterclass in filmmaking, and it's a revolution in the field of animation. There are so many different animation style that has been integrated into this film. There is a lot of Japanese animation also, and then they have mixed animation with words and expression. They even mix some real world people and scenes with the animation, and everything looks so damn colorful. The color grading is so epic. It looks so damn explosive. It just comes out right in front of you. Like the animation is so good that you don't even need a 3D. This film doesn't. It did not need to be a 3D film because it seems like a 3D film when you watch it, when you see the animation with all the color, with all the colors, with all the how it is presented. You will be taken aback of how on earth did they accomplish this. There are so many Easter eggs and so many references from all the Spider-Man films that we have seen till now. As a Spider-Man fan, you are definitely in hell of a treat. Also because it actually takes the Spider-Verse term in literal meaning and gives you like thousands of them. And the action scenes where the Spider-Man, they fight with each other and then they fight against each other will take you off your seat. Because the action scenes are very well choreographed. There's the chase sequence. I'm not going to spoil it for you. There is a chase sequence. There are scenes where the Spider-Man they fight. There is also a scene in India. There's a fight scene in India, and then there is a villain spot. The fight scenes that happen with him and what's his story. It all makes it for a very interesting watch. Also, if you thought that Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse had cool characters, you are going to go crazy seeing the characters in this film. It's like the different versions of Spider-Man. There is Miguel O'Hara, of course, who is the most badass and strongest Spider-Man out there. But then there is Hobbs, which is my personal favorite from this film. He's such a cool guy. His character was too cool to be true. And then we have our own Indian Spider-Man in the form of Pabitra Prabhakar. And the scenes in India are like really hilarious, and his character is really funny. The scenes in India are going to entertain the hell out of all the Indian fans out there. And also because there is Japanese animation and people in India are really fond of anime, they're going to enjoy it even more. All in all, Spider-Verse is a flawless film. There are very few films which doesn't have any flaws. Like I can't find any flaw. Like I'm a very positive person when it comes to movies. I see the negatives, the positive. Even if it's a bad film, I try to see the positive. Even if it's a good film, I try to find some negative. If there is any, I try to be as honest as possible. And I'm going to tell you that this is a long animated film. Like this is one of the longest, I think the longest animated film ever being made, but not once will you feel there will be any dull moment. You will be so engrossed. Like that's why I see people who have not been fans of people who don't watch animated films, they also, if you try it out, like if you have not watched one animated film in your life, you should try it out. Try this series out, this films out. It's going to engross you so much. There is so much emotional depth. There is so many layers to the characters. You can connect. And because of the endless possibilities, you see how far the animation industry has come out and how they're trying to bridge the gap with reality. And I think that's going to happen in the last film. I'm not going to spoil it for you. I'm really looking forward to the last installment because this movie, for me, this film is the best film of 2023 till now. And there are a lot of great movies coming in the next two months. There is Mission Impossible. There is a Christopher Nolan film. So yeah, but till now I think this has been the most epic experience. Like I've liked Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 also, but if I have to rank it, I will rank this film as at the top of all the films that I've watched in this year as the very best. So go check it out at the theaters, and then do come back to my YouTube channel again for a new movie review. And yeah, I will see you soon in the next video.